It's only natural that from time to time, you'll occasionally have a bad day. But what if they happened on a regular basis? What if the skeleton in your closet just wouldn't go away and you had no motivation to do anything? I spoke to Strongman Matt Peters, who turned his life around. He was incredibly brave in this interview. Here's his story.
I've got a very, very addictive personality. I'll be straight up with you. I used to be heavily addicted to cocaine. Okay, that was the reason that I started training.
Look it. One more, go, one more, come on.
I ain't proud of things like that, but I won't shy away from it. So that's why, again, I believe that for me, my biggest problem when I tried to get help for the cocaine addiction, everything was frowned upon. You're an outcast. If you're an alcoholic, you can get quite a lot of help for that. Yeah. If you're a drug addict, so again, that's why I look at it slightly different.
Yeah. So you're not proud of your past. Do you feel the same maybe about your present and steroid use?
No, I feel totally different about that. Like I said, for me, my past it's my past. I can't change it, and I'm doing what I want to do because it's something that I can be proud of. The fact that I can turn around and I compete for Strongman. Yeah, okay, we do steroids. Okay, fair enough. We're not going out, we're not hurting people, we're not doing this, we're not doing that. The camaraderie between the lads, you go to a strongman competition, everyone cheers everyone else on, everyone else wants everyone to do well. Don't get me wrong, you always want to beat the next person, but there's no kind of ill feelings or anything like that. So no, it gives me, I don't know, that's why, when people say, when I talk about steroids, it's the fact that I want to make something of me, and my heart's set on trying to get to that level.
Emotionally, nothing to do with the side effects. Could you talk me through the difference between taking the drugs, like what was going through your head then, and what was going through your head when you take steroids? Like, compare the two.
To be honest with you, I can't really compare them. Where my head was when I was on drugs, I was in a very dark place. It was a hellish kind of where my head was and everything else. Suicidal thoughts, seriously dark place. And that's when I stopped drugs. I started training, and I started training with a couple of big lads with strongman and powerlifting. One of them does do steroids, one doesn't do steroids. So it's quite weird, you got two lads that are different ways. But yeah, the actual lifting side, the actual strongman side, has pulled me from a place that I wouldn't wish my worst enemy to be in that place. Think of your worst day and just keep multiplying it, and that's how bad it gets. I've spoken to people, to teenagers. They said to me about drugs, and I said, look, it's something that you've got to. Any drug's bad, but for the way the schools try and turn around and go, drugs are bad, that's it. You've got to do it in a different way. I personally believe, explain the reasons why that is. Okay, they make you high, they take away bad thoughts, they put you in a different place. You haven't got that kind of feeling low, because you're high. But what they don't tell you is the debt that you get in. When those people then turn up at your door wanting money, expecting money, the threats that start coming along with that. That's the side that they don't explain to kids. If they actually sat down and said, look, okay, drugs aren't always necessarily bad. These are the side effects. These are the things that where you could end up. And I think that goes along the same routes as the steroids. You know, if things are explained and people talk to people instead of just shutting down on it, it'd be a lot safer.
Just going back to, you know, you coming off the cocaine.
Yeah.
You mentioned that, you know, you just switched to training. I know personally it changed me in a way. Like I became a lot more confident. It kind of changed me. But do you think maybe training saved you?
Oh yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, mate. Yeah.
What does it mean to you then?
Everything. It's also the people around you when it comes to the training as well. I don't know, the lads that I train with are a good bunch of lads. Obviously, Jay Pateman, completely natural, a freak but completely natural. No, I mean, like, you know, you talk about Jay. Jay's been training, I think it's about 20 years. You know, his food take is immense. You know, if I could have trained like that 16 years ago, then, you know, then there's a possibility that I wouldn't have took drugs and I wouldn't have done steroids. So yeah, the lads that I train with are an incredible bunch of lads, and they're part of the reason that, you know, you pull through. You know, it's, I don't know, you're always trying to push yourself, but when you've actually got someone who's as immense as Jay, and you're trying to chase him, you know, he's a phenomenal athlete. His strength's unreal, and he's probably the nicest bloke you could ever meet as well. But he's one of those people that when you do train with him, he wants to better you. He's not one of them people that he wants, you know, kind of to pull you back. You know, well, he's getting close to me. I'm not going to push him as much because I don't want him to succeed. Jay, you know, Jay would be more than happy. Well, no, I shouldn't say more than happy. He'd probably be a bit upset if he beat his bench. But again, mine wouldn't be natural. His is. But he would push you to beat that, and then he'd try and beat it himself because that's the kind of bloke he is. But yeah, it's, and that, I don't know. I think that is one thing. I think there's a lot of people in a gym that have had, whether it's health issues, like you said, you came out your shell, you know, confidence issues, medical issues, you name it. There's all sorts of different things. I had no self-confidence when I first started training. I'm a lot more confident now. I wouldn't say that, you know, I'm fully confident in myself, but yeah, I'm a hell of a lot more confident than what I was. But also for me, you know, like having people that train with is also having people that can talk to you in the gym. You know, for instance, yeah, I'm a big lad. I'm, you know, 6'4", I'm 24 stone. I wouldn't want to walk into a gym and people not be able to approach us. I would much rather someone come up and say, I'm not saying I know everything. I know what I've learned from Jay, the other lads that I train with, training with different people in different gyms as well. You know, I'm not saying it's necessarily correct. It works for them. It's helped me along. You know, I'll give you advice, but you know, don't ever be afraid to talk to someone in the gym. You normally find that the big lads are probably the nicer lads, but they just keep themselves to themselves because they just train. You know, they're there to do one thing, but they will advise you. So yeah, I think a gym will help people in different ways. It's helped me. It's kept me away from addictions, and got me where I am at the minute.
Okay, so what I find is not quite a lot of people understand like why people train. You know, like there's more, like you said, there's more than one reason people go to a gym, you know, for their own reasons. What would you say to them people? Because you know they say, oh yeah, you meatheads, that's all you flipping care about, all you care about is the gym. But what would you say to them? Why do you
it's difficult. Come and try and train with us. You know, come and see what we do. You know, at the end of the day, we do it. We're passionate about what we do. We do it for reasons that we want to better ourselves, we want to make ourselves stronger. Yeah, okay, we're big lads, you know, but don't always judge a book by a cover. You know, for instance, you've seen us train. We have we have women train with us. We have lads train with us. At the end of the day, the only thing that we will ever say is bring your heart. Yeah. You know, everyone starts somewhere, and everyone begins somewhere. Don't categorise people just for the sake of, yeah, they're big lads. You know, I don't know, it's a frustrating thing. At the end of the day, you know, that's. I try not to judge people. You know, some people are workaholics. Some people like spending time in the gym. Some people like eating. Some people like going out night clubbing. You are what you are. Don't always jump to conclusions before you actually know the ins and outs of them.
I put it down for my city, for my state, for my block, and for my whole damn hood. Them niggas on the streets are just so damn.